I made an autistic customer pay for food she ordered but couldn't eat, and now I'm being accused of discrimination. I work the night shift at this 24-hour diner, and a couple weeks ago around 2 in the morning, this couple in their 30s came in. The place was busier than normal because it was homecoming weekend and we had tons of drunk college kids stumbling in for pancakes. The husband and wife sat down in my section and seemed pretty normal at first. When I came to take their order, the husband mentioned that his wife was autistic and needed all her food on completely separate plates because she wouldn't eat anything if the foods touched each other. I said no problem and wrote down their order. The wife wanted a kids meal with chicken tenders and fries. I explained that our policy was kids meals are only for kids under 12, but everything on the kids menu was available for adults at regular price. It would only be like $1.50 more total. The husband said that was fine and they both ordered. I sent the order back to the kitchen and kept checking on my other tables. About 20 minutes later, the husband waved me down looking all stressed. He said his wife was having a panic attack and they needed to pay for their drinks and leave right away. I told him to give me 1 second so I could let the kitchen know to stop making their food. He said okay. When I went back to the kitchen, the cook told me their order was already done and plated, so I asked him to box everything up to go instead. I walked back to their table with the boxed food and explained that it was already prepared, so I had it packed up for them to take home. That's when the wife spoke up for the first time since ordering. She said she wouldn't be able to eat any of it because of her panic attack. I told her I was really sorry she wasn't feeling well, but since they'd ordered the food and it was already made, they'd still need to pay for it. I offered to comp their drinks to help out. She looked at me like I'd just insulted her. "Why should I have to pay for food I can't even eat?" she asked. I explained that once food gets ordered and cooked, the restaurant needs to be paid for it. Even if someone sits at a table, doesn't touch their food and leaves it all there, they still have to pay for what they ordered. The wife got more upset. "I'm having a medical episode. You should recognize that and make an exception." I stayed calm and told her I'm just a server, not a doctor or medical professional. If paramedics were wheeling her out on a stretcher, that would be different, but she was sitting there talking to me clearly, so I couldn't just give away free food. The husband pulled out his wallet and paid without saying anything else. They left with the boxes, and I thought that was the end of it. 2 days later, my manager pulled me into the office. Apparently, the couple filed a formal complaint with corporate saying I discriminated against a disabled person. They claimed I forced them to pay for food the wife physically couldn't eat due to a medical emergency caused by her autism. My manager asked for my side of the story. I explained exactly what happened and said I would have done the same thing with any customer in that situation. Making a special exception just because she's autistic would actually be discrimination because I'd be treating her differently than everyone else. Corporate ended up siding with me, but now I've got this complaint in my file forever.